This is going to be something new, a rapid fire review. So no farting around, let's jump in. Hi everyone, my name is Adzi and welcome to my review of the Nintendo Switch port of DEX. Don't forget to subscribe. Now, on to the video. So, DEX is a 2D love child of Deus Ex and Geometry Wars, if the child was kept locked away in a small cage and wasn't given enough time to develop. The story takes place in a cyberpunk city called Harbor Prime. You awaken as DEX to find you are being hunted by the Complex, an organisation that seem to have a lot of power in the city. You then have to escape your pursuers and find out why they are chasing you. From there, you meet your two main allies, Tony and Decker, the main ally of DEX. The performance on the Switch is pretty good both in handheld and docked mode. The load times are average, not too short, but also not noticeably long. There's a small bit of stutter every now and again, but nothing really that hindered my experience. My main issue with the port is the text size in handheld mode. Now, I have perfect vision, and while I didn't struggle too much, I could definitely see other people struggling to read the text. The world building is fantastic. From the depths of the slums to the sprawling apartments of the high-rise, the world feels alive. Filled with interesting NPCs and quests and some great visuals. The side stories are the most interesting, uncovering the secrets of a biopharm company, helping a cop unravel a gang. It's these parts of the games that kept me interested. The voice acting is surprisingly good for a game of this size. Usually there is no voice acting and it takes me out of the experience, but every quest giver in the game is fully voiced and most of the performances are great.
They need to be getting prepared, Lou. Time for the Borgs and the Bees chat. Okay, listen kid.
Now unfortunately the intrigue stops there. The main story is only 9 quests long and it ends as quickly as it begins, never giving me enough time to get invested in the story fully. Now that isn't even the worst part of the game. So the combat is split into 2 parts, melee or ranged combat and the hacking minigame. The combat feels like a bad 2D version of Deus Ex. The melee combat lacks any real depth, even with the skill tree fully upgraded, and while I didn't spec into the range combat, I can't imagine it gets any more interesting. Easily the most annoying part is the Geometry Wars like hacking minigame. To my dismay, every single combat encounter had some hacking, usually to disable a camera or a turret, and at the end of each mission, hack a PC to get some data. This part of the game just lacks any depth at all. It's basically just a twin stick shooter and you have to move through some maze and that's it. There is little to no feedback in the way of noise, visuals or anything like that to make it even feel slightly interesting. All in all, the combat and gameplay were terrible, and eventually I stopped doing any side quests just out of pure boredom. The progression system is much of the same. I never felt compelled to seek out more XP or money to buy gear and go further into a skill tree. The game as a whole could have done with a lot more time in the oven. The world was properly realised, but this being paired with the lackluster gameplay really hindered my enjoyment of the game. So I wouldn't recommend this game to anyone. You're better off saving your €20 and putting it towards something more worthwhile like bug snacks or something. It is a bit of a shame because the world building is really good. If I had better combat, then the game actually could have been something pretty fun and I could recommend it, but I just can't. It's just not worth it. So thank you so much for watching. This is something obviously slightly different. It's a lot quicker. So let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you all on the next video.